Addison wants to remind everybody in her new robe. And what is this thing? It's a nightgown. This is the ugliest thing I've ever seen, I think. She wants to remind everyone in her, I mean, it's cute on her, but it's very ugly. In her new robe and nightgown to be your own bank. Make sure to, just do your own thing. Don't let these centralized entities that we're talking about get a hold of you and your funds. Three Arrows liquidators seized 35 million, and they're seeking 30 million more for Much Wow Super Yacht. That's a nod to the Doge meme, I think. But the bust firm's co-founders still aren't cooperating, a Friday document shows. Oh, here it is. Check this out. Pause. So, Crusader, we saw these super yachts. All right, we saw these super yachts. Let me switch screens here real quick. We saw these super yachts blasting through the bay, right? When we were down in Miami. Yep. Come here, Boogie. Oh, see. So, okay. So we were talking about these yachts, and okay, here's an example. I can't tell how big this yacht is from this, but I would have said that something like this would have been 10, 12, 15 million dollars. You were telling me that you're like, no, you're not even freaking close. Like, they're well beyond that. This thing, they're seeking like 30 or 35 million for, but apparently, we'll get into it in a second, sold for $50 million. What the hell are these people doing? Where is this money coming from? I got to tell you, I had no idea.
They're building literally water fortresses, dude. These are castles on the water, right? They're on the go. I mean, these things are worth so much money, dude. So any boat here can be worth hundreds of thousands of dollars easily.
Without even trying. Yeah, just like the little just a little quote unquote little boat rolling down the way. Liquidators for collapsed crypto hedge fund Three Arrows Capital said they seized 35.6 million in cash held by the failed firm in Singaporean banks. They also managed to recover a couple million more from token sales and want clearance from a court to get $30 million from the sale of the firm's Much Wow super yacht. In a Friday filing in U.S. bankruptcy court in the Southern District of New York, court-appointed liquidator Teneo said they started to take control of assets held by Three Arrows Capital or its pre-appointment lawyers. Liquidators added that they also recovered 2.8 million forced redemptions of investments, as well as an unspecified amount of 60 different crypto tokens and NFTs. They went bust in July. We know all of that happened. They said the court documents said that Su Zhu and Kyle Davies have been speaking to the media, but they have largely ignored liquidators. I think this is interesting. The High Court of the Republic of Singapore this week ordered the co-founders to cooperate and submit affidavits outlining their dealings with the company. Man, okay, listen. It's one thing. It's one thing to go belly up, go bust. Your company loses, boom, bam, slam, blah, right? But there's so much evidence against all of these people, and there's no accountability, dude. Like, ultimately, I can all but guarantee you they have accounts, they have funds, they are probably more than flush. When people file bankruptcy in this manner, it is generally it is an asset protection. Like, that's what they're doing. They're protecting themselves from actually, a lot of people hear bankruptcy and they're like, oh, they're broke. I'm telling you right now, they're not freaking broke. They're not broke whatsoever. Nope. And there's a way that these attorneys are able to manipulate that. What are your thoughts, Crusader?
Yeah, dude. Right. You get successful business. They start buying these super mega yachts. They buy all these things, right? They have all these assets, all this money. And then they're like, oh, bankruptcy. We're done. We're out of money. Sorry, guys. We can't make you whole. Yeah, maybe if you were actually managing money properly, this wouldn't be the problem. But, they love these exchanges and these venture capitalists or whatever. They love to talk about how to manage money, but they're some of the first people to manage money terribly, and they know it because they know how to use the system to just say, "Hey, sorry, we lost." Right? Companies go bankrupt, companies lose. It's okay, but they personally are not losing. They're just exiting. Right? That's their exit plan. They get in, they make tons of money, they buy up all these assets, and then they say, "Sorry. We're done here," and then they go their merry way, and then they start off. How many times have we seen CEOs of companies, of these crypto companies, leave one company or go bankrupt or whatever it is, and then go and create another one and then raise a bunch of money? It's like, you guys just saw him fail in this other venture, right, with tons of money, and then you go again and hand him millions and millions of dollars again. It's because they also know It's all part of the game. They're not actually ever losing. The only people losing are the users.